Looking at a collection relating to the glam rock era in the UK, things relating to Marc Bolan, to Carmen, to all kinds of other glam rock bands, and I have the real thing in you, Paul Fenton, a drummer of wide experience. Tell me who you were working with at that time.
Yes, I met Jeff Christie back in the 60s, and he was very lucky to have written Yellow River that went to #1 around the world in every record by country in the world, so I got to travel with him. Living in London, of course, in Kensington, I used to meet some amazing people, and went down to the Kensington market to a guy, Ivanovich, who made all these amazing clothes, and met Carmen. They'd come over from America, wanted to find a drummer who wore snakeskin, and they went to the right place. We got involved with Tony Visconti, who was a famous producer, who was working with McCartney and Bowie and all the rest of it. I met all those incredible people. I went to meet Mark, and we toured for a while.
I mean, I think let's try and remember back to 1970. It's when Marc Bolan.T.Rex released Ride a White Swan. When that got to #2 in January 1971, bang! Something called T-Rextasy was born, which was a kind of Beatlemania for T-Rex.
Every gig that I went to with Mark, there were 13 people on stage, session musicians, big band, and you couldn't hear a thing, for it was mayhem. They'd be screaming after Mark had left the theatre, they'd still be screaming half an hour after he'd left. That will always stay in my mind.
And there was glitter on the cheekbones, you were wearing glitter, you were completely outrageous. It was almost like a pantomime. I mean, you told me, Paul, that you used to be able to fit that.
I did, yeah. I managed to get into it okay and drum with it, and it was amazing. I'd just never seen anything like it, and there was no one else had jackets like this. Everything was so individual.
Exactly. There's a photo here of Paul Allen from Carmen wearing it, alongside Bowie, actually, and presumably you all swapped clothes.
We did, actually.
So, Helen, you're Paul's partner. What makes you interested in this particular period?
Well, ever since leaving school, when I studied fashion at college, I have been so interested in this period.
I can see why you're interested from a fashion point of view, fashion historian. It just sums the whole period up. Now, the suit furthest from me, now there's a letter with that down here from a guy called Alphie, who was Mark's bodyguard, minder, whatever.
Minder, chauffeur, everything, yeah.
And the letter gives provenance that this was made for, or certainly worn by, Mark. It comes from a shop in Rodeo Drive.
That's right.
And it's certainly the right style. You could imagine Mark wearing that, couldn't you?
Of course, yeah.
And there's a wonderful memento from that time too, which is this book that Mark wrote. It's called The Warlock of Love, and there is a fabulous dedication to Paul, a beautiful friend, love Mark, kissy kissy. Absolutely. It's just great.
It was just that was a show business thing with Mark. He was very, very loving, very caring, and then he would have that personally. He would take us out and be very generous.
And I have to say that T-Rex has gone in and out of value. Their fortunes since Mark died in 1977, their fortunes have gone up and down. Now I think things are slightly settled, let's put it that way. And I think that what we're looking at here is going to be, the jacket, perhaps we're talking about £300.
Right.
The suit, it would be fantastic to have a picture of Mark actually wearing that suit. That would boost it into maybe the low four figures, but at the moment I'd have to put it at perhaps £400. This, I think, is the real treasure. It may not be visually so exciting, but this to me is wonderful to have that.
That was his own copy he gave me.
That dedication, it's terrific. I would put this at around £500.
Right.
Auction value. I've really enjoyed sharing your memories.
We've enjoyed it immensely.
Great.
Also.
Thanks.